Power is attractive to humans. Often this attraction is because they don't feel that they have any power. They feel at the mercy of the forces of the world. Power is how they will be safe. Another attraction is that power can be a rush or ecstasy feeling, doing and having whatever you want because you can. Notice the feeling piece of the puzzle. When experiences are attractive, it is because of a feeling a human desires. While beyond the scope of this video and even this series to provide instruction about this matter, let me suggest that human feelings need to be handled under principles other than magic and power, and with internal rather than external principles. Having said that, I have taught you in previous videos that balanced magic includes the understanding that you lack nothing within the universe. This means that you are naturally a powerful being. That's a good thing. We may use the power we have to bless ourselves and others. I caution you from desiring to become a magician so that you can gain power. I invite you to become a magician simply because it suits you. Also, importantly, my description so far of power is actually a description of the misunderstanding of power. Let me clarify power, especially as it relates to magic and the magician. Power always leads to outcome. That's why we think of it as power, because it is the outcome we see and desire first. Then whatever can take us to that outcome, we then comprehend or designate as power. In magic, we are always clear that we are engaging with the illusion of the world. No outcome is for the purpose of saving us, because we already are everything within our true nature. Desires and the application of power for the purpose of gaining and thinking the desire and the gain is real and not illusory is unbalanced magic and life. If you are currently suffering, there are ways to receive relief. Magic is not the way to relieve your own suffering. And I'll talk about that a bit more in the next video. In balanced magic, all outcomes are understood to be appearances in the illusory layer of the world. Appearance is allowed. It's why we are here after all. Creating appearances through the childlike play of magic is an opportunity for enjoyment. The magician designates the not, the experience that is not yet present in the world illusion. The magician designates the appearance that the magician intends to create within the world illusion. In between the not and the appearance is the magical moment where change occurs. The power a magician holds is the ability the magician has to direct the change. This power is not about the amount of power. Please do not think that as a magician you need a lot of power and that is what is going to make you a magician. Please do not think that a lot of power is what causes appearance. And if you don't have enough power, then you might not be able to cause appearance. This is a misunderstanding. Remember that as a being you already have all power, and power is not what you lack. As a magician, your power is your knowledge and your practice with that knowledge. As a magician, you will come to have precision rather than power as such. The magician knows the recipe for the conditions required for the change and has the ability to set those conditions. In terms of power, The magician is not necessarily going to bring a hammer to every change moment when a needle might be the requirement. A magician possesses both the hammer and the needle, so to speak, and knows how to use them and when they are needed. When it comes to inducing change, the least amount of energy needed is what serves. The magician knows this. Merely introducing a ton of energy into a change moment is going to tend to disaster and will not result in a precision appearance. I remind you also that magic is ordinary. Levitating a pencil off the desk when one could have picked it up with one's hand is not more magic. It's more pretentious. More flourish is not more magic. If you enjoy flourish in terms of your personality, go for it. But flourish and complexity and strangeness and muchness is not the power of the magician. Your power as a magician is not going to come from tricks and specialness and throwing your weight around. Your power comes from practice and dedication. Your power comes from your honor, which is the manner of influence you have within the web of life we call Earth. You nurture the earth and its children, and they respond in return to do your bidding, not from force, but from love, the greatest power there is. Key: mastery in magic requires committed preparation and practice over time. Key: you as a being do not lack anything and do not need saving. You are safe, loved, worthy, powerful, and joyful. Magic has no power over you. Magic cannot modify the deep you. Magic cannot give to nor take away from you. Magic is meant to be joyful, the pretending and inventive play of a child. Key: magic wielded is causing and accepting an appearance within the illusion we call reality or experience. The moment of change is the magic moment. Magic is the inducement of change. Keys of magic are keys of change. Key: the magician's cause is directed into the change, not the appearance. The appearance will emerge naturally from the induced change. Key: the magician's gathering of knowledge is the vow to encounter other beings with understanding and reverence so that relationships are formed and nurtured. The magician will draw upon their knowledge, relationships with beings, in order to set conditions and wield influence, i.e., magic. Key: power in magic is the knowledge the magician has of the recipe for the conditions that will induce a given change, the practiced ability to set the conditions, and the honorable influence within the web of life so that Earth and its children respond to the invitation to participate in conditions. Key: the least amount of energy needed is what serves to induce change.